want to stay with me? Come here. Let everybody see. Meow. Here. Okay, I'll hold you. Okay. So today, I wanted to talk about dating. And believe it or not, this is like one of my favorite things to talk about as a vegan. And it's kind of something that comes up a lot. At least like I get questions a lot. So I just kind of want to talk about like my dating experiences and like what it's like dating as a vegan. Would I ever date a non-vegan? All that good stuff. So to start off, I am a freshman in college and I've only had 2 boyfriends and both of them were in high school. So, and neither of them were like, I don't know, I'm too young to have a serious relationship anyway. So obviously they weren't like serious or anything, but it was good times and I learned a lot. And so basically the first one was like kind of like when I just went vegan, so like this wasn't even like really something that I considered. I just knew that like I liked this guy and we had a good time together. And so the second one ended up like breaking up with me because I'm like, I'm a crazy vegan, like I don't care, like this is who I am. So I'll kind of like, I guess, tell you the story of how that went down. And it actually was a very short-lived relationship. It was only about a month. And I guess he was upset because like I pressured him too much into being vegan. And so like ultimately he broke up with me over that video about like why I have no patience for meat eaters. And that was filmed like long before we got together, so I guess like just me posting that was kind of it for him, even though it was just like a very rare angry rant video. Oh no, the dogs are barking. It must be the mailman. Yeah, he broke up with me over that video that was filmed a long time before we even got together. And that type of like angry rant kind of video is pretty rare for me. I don't do a whole lot of those, even though I'm definitely a lot less angry than I was a couple years ago about all this stuff. So, so yeah, he broke up with me over that, which like is understandable. So I kind of want to talk about like after that relationship, I ended up like making the decision that I don't want to date anybody who's not vegan or vegetarian. That's not to say that like I won't be friends with people, because like obviously like I'm a pretty friendly person and I like to hang out with people, and but I feel like, and this kind of goes back to like that angry rant video about how like just like forming that close of like a relationship, like a personal like romantic bond with someone, like veganism is something that is so close to my heart and something that I'm extremely passionate about. So like I would want to find someone who like shares that passion, even if they're not like crazy passionate about it, just someone who has that respect for animals and concern for the planet. And even if they're like an unhealthy vegan, like I'm pretty sure I'm an unhealthy vegan because I eat a lot of crap, but I'm just like, at least I'm not eating my friends and, you know, that kind of thing. And I watched a video that Gitas did a little while back. Oh no, I'm being interrupted. I don't even know where I was. Okay, so I watched a video that Gitas made. This was probably like a couple months back, but it was him and his friend Katie like talking about like the top 5 things that they look for in like a relationship partner. And like Gitas's like #1 thing was that like his girl has got to be vegan, and Katie kind of looked at him like that was a little bit silly and I don't know, I guess like too high of an expectation or something. But like I feel like I'm the only one that got that. Like I totally understood. I was like, it's just something that's like so close to you and you're so passionate about, and someone who is non-vegan, their impact on all of these things is very direct. So it's not like something that you can just kind of like let go, at least for me, because I'm so passionate about it. So like I understand like the same thing for Gitas is that like you want somebody who's like into the same like fitness kind of lifestyle as he is, and like eating healthy and raw foods and stuff. And even though like I'm not like that, it's just like vegan is like the bare minimum for me. Like even like vegetarians, like I'm cool with vegetarians and I would totally date a vegetarian. I just like, there's something about it that like just kind of upsets me, especially like when people have a problem with it, because I've told this to people before and they're like very shocked that I will not date someone who eats meat. And it's kind of just like, I don't understand. Like it's just like even if you were like a certain religion, like you would want to date someone that's like the same religion as you, or like it's just there's certain things about like in a romantic partner you want to have things in common, and a vegan lifestyle is something that I want to have in common with the person that I'm dating. And even like, okay, I'm even open to like dating people who are like open to veganism. Like if we're like friends first and I'm kind of like telling them about it and I'm like, hey, I'm vegan because this and this and it's really cool and I feel awesome all the time and I'm not, contributing to the suffering of animals or the degradation of the planet. And then the person is kind of like, oh, like that's really cool, like I want to try that. And like if they were like genuinely like open and into it, then I would be like, all right, cool, like there's probably something there, like we could go from there or whatever. But like even in like my Tinder profile, it says like vegan AF, like in all caps is like the first thing, because I'm like, that's something that I want people to know about. I'm just like, look, I'm a vegan, but I'm a very passionate vegan and I'm probably crazy about it, or like all the other things that people want to call me. So it's like, I'm a crazy vegan and I'm going to tell you up front that this is what you're getting yourself into. And if you have a problem with that, then we're not going to date. We could be friends, but I'm not going to pursue a romantic relationship with that person. So it gets me like kind of like really worked up and I get really excited about it, because it's like, it's something that's like so close to me and so important. It's just like anything else. So I hope that there's other vegans out there who like understand this, because like even like in Gitas's video, like they're both vegan and Katie was kind of like, oh, that's a little bit ridiculous. And like, of course there is relationships between vegans and non-vegans that do like work out really well and they end up like getting along and everything's fine. But like, I don't know, I don't want someone to think that they're like having to compensate for me, or to like, I don't know, like I don't want anyone to feel like they have to change themselves for me, but I'm still gonna like have that standard set because it's very important to me, and especially like my mental health. Like I don't even know like if I could deal with someone who was like eating animals and like not giving it a second thought. Like someone who actually like cared, I would probably consider, but there's people out there who like just don't give it a second thought, and like I guess that's fine, but like I don't want to be in a relationship with them. So hopefully that's understandable and I can make my dating choices clear. I'm always like upfront about it. Like I'm not going to be the closeted vegan or anything like that, because I honestly don't believe there's a such thing as a closeted vegan. But yeah, so that's my dating preferences and how I choose to go about that. That's this video, and I hope I like made things clear and answered some questions, and hopefully maybe you can understand why now. Thanks, bye.